Hey, welcome back to Skyblock, where in the last video, we made pretty significant progress towards making a bunch of the items needed for the ATM star. We didn't actually make them, we just made a lot of the stuff required to make them, like the antimatter constructor, which is actually close to making another one. Doesn't really matter though, I've gotten 8 since the last video. So then that should mean, yeah, I can make the improbable probability device. I'll just get that going. And to get it to work, I did have to upgrade one of my... what would these be? Crafting modules? I'm not sure. But I had to make it very big, very strong, because I could not fit the crafting recipe in it, so... yeah, it's weird. Also, since last video, it's finally been long enough that I got one antimatter pellet. And I'm actually halfway to the next one. This might not be as slow as I thought it was, but then again, I did leave it running for like 20 hours straight. So then with that, I should be able to make this. I don't have enough dense copper plates to make another nuke. And energy cell? I already have one. This is probably something with weird NBT data that it just doesn't seem to work. I might just have to make it manually. Either way, I need 4 more dense copper plates, so just set that going. I have been doing some upgrades to my resource gathering stuff, like this bit here, that produces netherrack, and then automatically crushes it, and then puts it through the sieving setup. And so far, that's net me a decent amount of netherite. It's still nowhere close to the amount that I need. I think I need like 50,000. So that's gonna take a long time. But at the same time, it generated a lot of Inferium for me. So I went through and turned it all into Insanium. And I think it's enough, yep, to make the creative essence. Master of Creation. I think it mostly just looks cool. It's not really that good of a sword at this point. But I'll add it to my collection. Also, I've got this weird glitch now where, in the middle of the day, not raining at all, I get thunder noises. I've even tried doing a weather clear command and it doesn't change anything. Now, how long is this improbable probability device going to take? 110,000 glass. Maybe it's going to take a while. And those lapis shards as well. That's all crafting there. That's basically just going to be in the background for a couple of years. So there's only 4 significant things left for me to get. The pulsating black hole is effectively done now. So maybe I could just craft it manually. If I just get that energy cell working. You know, I think I will. Make a nuke. Make this quantum entangle porter. I don't have crafting CPUs for the rest of it. But it requires... oh no, this one doesn't require any smelting. This one does. And the smelter's gonna be taken for a while. I can go back to low-tech furnaces to get some rubber. I only needed 12. It's not that bad. And if I put it in the output chest, it should recognize that it was taken. Nope, I'll just get it going again. Oh, I need to craft silicon now. Does putting silicon in there do anything? Oh, it needs industrial grade metal as well. I just need to manually smelt all of this. But I've run out of iron. Maybe I'll just come back to that. So, out of what's left, the Nexium emitter, most of that seems fine. It's just the netherite block times 4 that I'm a little bit worried about. And the philosopher's fuel, I think other than the pressure chamber, I should have that. Basically, because I did get that uranium block times 4. There it is. I've got the H&R's fuel block. I can probably get that red matter furnace. I've got the antimatter, I've got the soul lava. I've got the insanium coal block. I can probably get the supremium furnace. And the nuclear reactor, it's just a really long crafting chain. I can probably get that. But I'm not going to bother until I've got the pressure chamber. And the Wither's compass, super easy to get the rest of that. It's just these antimatter pellets. So I need, what, 9? And I did the maths, and to get everything that I need, I'd need to have this running at the capacity that I've got it now for 11 days straight. I can't run this 11 days straight. I can only realistically run it, like, I don't know, 8 hours a day. So that'd be multiple weeks of leaving this AFK. I don't have multiple weeks. And the best thing I can do is to just increase my power generation to have it running quicker. And I'm kind of at the limit for this reactor. And it might not seem like I've been making it much bigger, but I have. This reactor is now 15 by 15, and it's consuming fuel at about half hopper speed, and I feel like that's enough. I think what I need now is to make a bigger reactor's turbine. Now it says it takes a fluid? I'm not entirely sure how these turbines work, but to my knowledge, the cyanide output you get from this, which I have a lot of, either that goes into the turbine or could be processed into something that goes into the turbine that can generate more power, and like quite a lot of it. I'm pretty sure if I made a turbine of the same dimensions as this reactor, I could probably quadruple my power generation. And if I can be putting 1,000,000 RF or FE per tick into this machine, it's probably going to go pretty quick. It's already looking decently quick, but it's not quick enough. So I'm going to want to automate a few of these things, at least the turbine casing, maybe the rotor blades and rotor shaft. But I run out of room. What here can I get rid of? I can probably get rid of all of this stuff that I used for the dimensional seed. It's a little bit slow to try and wipe these. Huh, it's going to take me exactly to a stack of blank patterns. Nice. So let's make all of these recipes. Now the construction of this mostly takes cyanide, except this turbine terminal, which takes plutonium. But plutonium doesn't have a recipe according to this. Yeah, everything requires the ingots or the dust, which requires the ingots or the dust or the blocks. It doesn't make sense. There's no way to get it according to the GEI. What you need is this cyanide reprocessor, which I already have, because I was doing some small experiments with this. And I use it to make 5 plutonium, which should be enough for me to do much with. So, how big do I want to make this? I'm not sure. Most of these recipes aren't actually going to go through because this thing blocking up the smelter, I'm going to cancel it briefly and I'll get back to it. Now, if I think about the creation of this, I'm probably going to make it another 15 by 15. So I'll need these turbine rotor shafts. I'll just take 10 of them for now because I'm not entirely sure how much I need. And there'll be 7 long turbines? No, 6. So I'll just get 100 and see what I can do with it. I kind of know how these turbines work, but I might still need to reference the wiki from time to time. And I'm just going to get 1,000 of turbine glass as well. Hopefully that's enough. Because if this is 15 by 15, it's going to be pretty big. Because I know there's a lot of reactor casings there. And I want to make the whole thing out of glass because it looks really cool to see the inside. So, after looking up a few things, I think I know how to make this turbine. Oh wait, one more thing that I'll need. I'll just get a handful of unobtainium blocks real quick. So, I think I'm just going to build this directly on top of the reactor, because why not? Ooh, although, do I need access to the control rods? It's not too hard to reach them. I can probably just, reach in through a 1-block gap. Yeah, that'll be fine. So then I'll just build it 1 block above. Right, so there's the first layer. I've filled it in with glass. And then in the exact center, here, I need a rotor bearing. I do also need to make 1 more. Then I'm going to want to build this rotor shaft up as high as I can. I think I want it 13 high for my final turbine. So I need 3 more. It's going to take a little while to craft the rest of what I need. But I can figure some other things out in the meantime. I need a fluid port. I'll wait for that to go through the system. So the controller can go anywhere. I'll put it there. Or the terminal, rather. And the power tap, I'll put it in line with the other cables. And the fluid port, depending on where I get the steam, I could probably steal the steam from the reactor, actually. I'm not sure, but there's some way to get the bigger reactor making steam. I'll figure that out once I've built the rest of this. But now I want to get these unobtainium blocks, coil them around the base, and go, let's go 8 high. Yeah. And I'll have 5 rotors on the top. And they'll each be 6 long? Yeah. You can see now how big this is going to become. But then I'll need another rotor bearing on top. I won't quite surround that yet, because I don't think I can reach inside anymore. And then while I wait for some more things to craft, I'll just keep building the rest of the turbine. So I've built pretty much everything that I can afford to build right now. I'm just waiting for more resources to come in. And my biggest bottleneck really is this foundry. I'm starting to think it was a bad idea to use this for my processing. Especially because the output is just terrible. I can support it with other means. Okay. I think that's most of the turbine done. I'm just missing, obviously, the top glass and this front glass, so that I can still access it. The rest is all in place. It really doesn't look like it, because it's very transparent. I can probably afford to put the top face on now. Yeah, and I have enough for it. My only real concern currently is I might have too much unobtainium compared to the number of rotors. Might be able to shrink that down a bit. I'll see how it goes. I'll experiment as well. Oh, I don't quite have enough turbine glass. I've got enough casings to finish it though. Okay, I'll replace that with glass later. I just want to see, how does this work? Oof. Hang on a minute. Where did my rotor blades go? I just noticed that I've got some in my inventory. Oh, they're just invisible. Okay. Now, where do I get this steam for this? And I was looking at the wiki for how to get steam, and you can use the heat from the reactor to boil steam in a heat exchanger, but on the wiki, the heat exchanger page is missing, so I don't know how to make it. My alternative is that I steal it from the fission reactor, because that generates steam. So I guess I can just have multiple fluid ports, so we'll just chuck one in there. These wires might be a little bit jank, but let's see. Right, so now it's connected. I'm going to remove the bin for now. And yeah, I've got a lot of fuel, so I can keep it running for a while. So then let's turn this on. And now there's a lot of steam in there. You could turn this on. Oh, it just creates water. Huh. And that's oh, wow. This reactor is generating 277,000. This is generating 2.8 million. Holy shit. And what happens when this reaches the max? I think I'm gonna lower the flow rate, maybe. I don't know what happens when it hits the max. Maybe the flow rate can be 90. Because ideally I want as much RPM as possible. It's not even consuming all of the steam that I generate with this. That's mad. Okay, I'm gonna get a ton of chemical tanks along the way to just store a lot of the excess. Also, why can't I see the turbine spinning? I'm not sure. Fiddling with all of my graphic settings. I know there is a way to watch it spin, but I guess I'm not going to see it. This barely consumes steam, though. I think I need a bigger one for that. Oh, and this is going so much quicker now. I was going to be happy with getting 5 times as much. This is 10 times as quick. I'm going to have antimatter in no time. Now, I found that with the reactor, going well above the cap had no downsides, so what happens if I go above the cap here? Oh, I'm starting to use steam faster than I can. And I'm not generating as much power. Or maybe I've just run out of steam. Oh, wait. I think going above the cap, maybe it's like inducing friction and it's not generating as much power. So then I don't want to be spinning too quick. Is that what these gold zones, or not the gold, the green zones are? So then if I lower it further, does it start generating more? Yeah. So I want to be in that golden zone. Hang on, buddy, I'm trying to record a video. I know you... Whoa! He fell. You just gonna sit on my feet? Okay, just gonna sit on my feet. Cat's doing cat things. He hasn't shown up for a while. He doesn't like Minecraft as much. I wonder if I can get this to 3 million RF. I could fine-tune this a bit more, but I think that's about ideal. Because going up by 1 more or going down by 1 more decreases the amount that I make. I could go into the decimals, but I really don't care. This is definitely enough. So then, 3 million RF per tick. Very nice. I'm going to leave this running for a little bit while I go deal with this annoying cat. So I'm just going to leave for a minute and see where this goes. Okay, the cat just wanted food. How's this been going? Maybe like 30-40 cycles? Am I consuming polonium quicker than I generate it now? Because if that's the case, does that mean I need a bigger fission reactor? I don't know. Well, in the meantime, I've crafted up all I need for this pulsating black hole. Master of Space. They're all the same, it's just whatever base sword they are. Maybe I should get a better way to display all of these. And maybe even it out? I'm not sure. Well, despite this being a very, very significant upgrade, I still think I can do better. Because I should test. Would I generate more power with more rotors or with more unobtainium? Also, I can use this for kinetic energy? Does that pass into create or something? Because I can disengage the coils and then it just spins really, really fast. Oh wait, I want to get this to 1800 RPM. You know what, my best case scenario is probably to just make the turbine taller. And I might do that. But I want to keep it within the 15 by 15 footprint for the time being. So let me see. If I replace 2 of those coils of unobtainium with 2 more layers of rotors, how much better does it end up? Maybe it can spin quicker? Nope. So then maybe I actually want more unobtainium so it converts more into electricity. Okay, now I've only got 3 layers of rotors and a bunch of unobtainium. I think that comes out to 2 more than at the initial setup. I might have just accidentally struck a really good balance initially. I'm going to disengage the coil so it spins up a little quicker. Oh, wait, it's going down again. I need to increase the flow rate. Ah, I'm losing efficiency. Well, I still don't think I had it perfectly efficient initially. Let's see one more layer. Looks like this setup's also no good. So my initial setup really was the best? I guess so. I don't think I can do better unless I go bigger. I guess I could double it? I'm not sure, but that's something I can expand between videos. But then again, with its current speed, I don't know if I need to. Because what was it before? 11 days? So now it's only 1 day to get the amount that I need. Yeah, I can get that between videos. Simple enough. But that is assuming that I've got enough steam. And I can't keep this running perpetually. Well, there's definitely a bit for me to be getting on with. Well, I think that might be it for this video. Made a giant turbine. I can run the thing, the supercritical phase shifter, much more efficiently. Yeah. This turbine is such an increase in power generation, it's crazy. I'm not even sure if I need the reactor anymore. I guess if I run out of steam, the reactor's a good backup to just keep things running. Yeah, I may as well just leave it here. Maybe I can try and figure out how to turn my radioactive bees into wasted bees. But yeah, every time I think about the wasted bees, they need the radiation. They need radiation to be able to pollinate. So I can't have like any other passive mobs if I want these guys producing stuff. Because with the mecha suit, I'd be fine. I've got radiation shielding. I think I'm better off just leaving that. I can run the reactor for a while. It's fine. The reactor produces enough. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I just go back and forth on between videos, and this is where I am. Turbine was my solution to these problems, and it's done now. And maybe I'll upgrade it between videos, maybe I won't, maybe it's enough, I don't know. I haven't had it very long. But that's enough for this video. I think I'm rambling on now, so I'm going to leave it here. Bye.